Oh, Swoopes, Swoopes, wherefore art thou, Swoopes? Some of you recognize that as me twisting this line, this famous line from Romeo and Juliet, where Juliet is on the balcony and she's saying, "Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name." It is, yeah. The English teacher. A lot of people think that Juliet was looking for Romeo and saying, "Romeo, Romeo, where are you, Romeo?" But that's not what she was saying. She was saying, "Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Why are you Romeo?" Because remember, Romeo was a Montague, Juliet was a Capulet, huge family feud, and therefore they couldn't be together. So she was like, "Why do you have to be who you are?" So again, Swoopes, Swoopes, wherefore art thou, Swoopes? Why do you have to be what you are? So what are you, Swoopes? We're going to get into a little bit of Swoopes here on the Adrienne Ross Show. Welcome to the channel. If you've not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Listen, I've been stuck on 41.9K subscribers forever. I'm less than 50, I should say, from the 42. Can you help a sister out? Smash the button. That's button. Okay, Sheryl Swoopes. Sheryl Swoopes, in her new podcast called, what is it called? Levels to This? Yeah, Levels to This, I think. She made some comments about the Indiana Fever, and it's been a while. Seems like she's been kind of quiet about the Indiana Fever, but she came out with a doozy. So what did Sheryl Swoopes say? Listen up.
And personally, here's where I think they did do a very good job, and that was with Kelsey Mitchell, who's an unrestricted free agent, because Kelsey Mitchell had a hell of a season this season, and I don't think she got the credit that she deserved.
Well, you heard it. She had a hell of a season with the Indiana Fever, messed up, didn't do it right, she didn't get the credit she deserved, and you hear in the background, Well, what exactly does Sheryl Swoopes mean? I know there are some who are going to say, it don't matter what she means. She's Sheryl Swoopes being Sheryl Swoopes, and she just running her mouth because she's anti-Caitlin Clark, therefore anti-Indiana Fever, so she's going to find something to say. So I know some people are going to say that. They're going to go, "Wherefore art thou?" Anyway. Well, I'm trying to figure out exactly what she's saying. She's right. Kelsey Mitchell had quite a season, the best season of her career. And she herself would attribute a lot of that to playing with Caitlin Clark, no doubt. The fans love her, and there are plenty of fans to watch her play. And she also has attributed that to use her nickname, C Squared.
The crowd atmosphere like out there? It felt like there wasn't really a home team sometimes with the reactions everyone was getting.
All girl C Squared, just keep, I think she does a really great job of I think Caitlin specifically is a household name, and I think that she's going to continue to, bring in the arena and kind of like put us in a position to have all the fans in the world. So, I mean, I obviously hats off to her, but I give her grace because it's a lot to take on. I think she's done a really good job with it. Yeah.
So what is Sheryl Swoopes saying? Is she saying that the Indiana Fever did not utilize Kelsey? Because then that would contradict what she's saying. She's saying that she had an amazing season. Well, I mean, how did she have an amazing season? Obviously, the system was set up to allow her to have an amazing season. So is she trying to say that they were reining her in? Well, I would argue and say that in the beginning of the season, she had a really long leash and she should have been reined in more. And we talked about that. But the team evolved and Kelsey Mitchell evolved. And toward the end of the season there, when she felt like the game was out of hand, she did sort of try to go back to her old stuff. But I never saw any reining her in and trying to keep Kelsey Mitchell from being Kelsey Mitchell. Not at all. Nobody put Kelsey Mitchell in a corner and told her to stand there. That was Caitlin Clark they put in the corner. So it can't be that. It seems to me that Sheryl Swoopes is saying that she wasn't recognized, she wasn't honored as she should have been. And though she did not blame that on Caitlin Clark, I think we know that Sheryl Swoopes is saying that she's talked about it before. When she refused to even talk about Caitlin Clark, she said, well, there are other players. There's Lexi Hall, and there's Leah Boston, and there's obviously Kelsey Mitchell. And then she stopped short of mentioning Caitlin, and it became a whole big thing because everybody said, you know, basketball. So it makes it clear that you're purposely not talking about her. So there are issues there. She feels that others are not getting credit. And so in this case, she doesn't say it's Caitlin Clark. She says it is the Indiana Fever who messed up. And I just want to I'm going to go to X, and I'm just going to scroll through the Indiana Fever feed and just look at some of the posts and see if we can find Kelsey Mitchell anywhere in the mix. Let's take a look. Well, here we are. This is Indiana Fever. Obviously, we can't cover everything. I'm already starting in September, but this is a good place to start. This is the season, and you can see here a post from the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell both broke the single season franchise scoring record in the flame because they were en fuego. Okay. And then Caitlin Clark set a new mark because most points in single season in franchise history, Kelsey Mitchell at 767, Caitlin Clark at 769, Fever milestones. And this was posted on September 19th. Okay. Showing love. Nice picture of the backcourt, the best backcourt in the WNBA. Okay, let's look here. Indiana Fever. Kelsey Mitchell led the team in scoring today. 21 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Great picture of Kelsey Mitchell about to do a crossover or blow by her opponent. Okay, here's another one. And these don't go in order because this drops to September 21st. That was 22nd. So we had the 19th, the 22nd, and we are on the 21st. Kelsey Mitchell in the regular season. Highlighting Kelsey Mitchell, 19.2 points per game, career high. 46.8 field goal percentage, career high. Most consecutive 20-plus point games in franchise history, 7. 109 three-pointers made, number 4 in the WNBA. Yeah, they're showing love to Kelsey Mitchell, and they're giving honor where honor is due. So if I don't know, is that what Sheryl Swoopes is saying, that they didn't do this kind of thing? Because here it is. And she couldn't possibly be saying they didn't have a system where she could flourish because, as Sheryl Swoopes said, she had a, quote, hell of a season. And the Indiana Fever obviously knows that. Here it is. Okay, Indiana Fever again, showing Kelsey Mitchell for 3. It's good. We're not going to stop. Well, I wasn't going to stop and play it, but there it is. Gets the feed from CC, and bam, the basket. Okay, here we are, another one. Caitlin Clark finds Kelsey Mitchell on the run. Look at that, and she finishes. They're highlighting that. Indiana Fever. Oh my goodness, here's another one. She quick. Now she's quick. That's when they really showing you love. She quick. Kelsey Mitchell spins and scores. Look at that. Oh my. And the step through on the way to the basket, crossover, boom, spin, step through, bucket from the Indiana Fever. And they've got some comments here. Discipline is going to carry us. Kelsey Mitchell on the biggest areas of focus entering game 2. Okay, so they go on, they highlight her here. You got to do what you got to do to win. Kelsey Mitchell on the stakes, entering a must-win game 2 tomorrow. And they've got, I'm purposely not playing these. I'm not here to play them. I'm here to point out that they are there. They got Christy Sides talking about Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey is a huge part of our success. She's just an unbelievable professional. Okay, I can go on. Here's another one. The rebound from Lexi Hall and the drive to the basket from Kelsey Mitchell. More. Kelsey Mitchell finds Aaliyah Boston with the overhead pass for 2. I'm going to stop here because this is getting long. That was just September. So again, was Sheryl Swoopes just talking? Was Sheryl Swoopes saying that they held Kelsey Mitchell back with the career season that they obviously had a part in her having? Or is she saying that they didn't highlight Kelsey Mitchell at all? Now, here's the thing. I did a video a while ago in which I said any player who wants to come to the Indiana Fever, they have to be aware, they have to be secure enough to understand that Caitlin Clark gets a lot of attention from fans, from the media, and with that attention, mind you, comes a whole lot of scrutiny that other people don't get. But you got to be comfortable with that. Kelsey Mitchell, she is loved by the fans. She's respected throughout the league, apparently. The coaches respect her. And she seems, at the beginning, I wasn't so sure. But now you hear her talk, she seems extremely comfortable and very grateful that she gets to play with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is going to get a lot of attention out there, but I would disagree with Sheryl Swoopes if she's trying to say that Caitlin Clark gets all the attention. I feel like most of the honor that Caitlin received came from, I don't know, people like us and, some other people out there, some other coaches out there, not all of them. But I really feel like the Indiana Fever, Christy Sides, really did her best to downplay Caitlin, even at the top of the league with the commissioner. Many people did their best to downplay Caitlin Clark. They weren't just Caitlin. It's almost like they felt like they had to hold it back a little bit. And then that's why they had to mention Angel Reese every time they mentioned Caitlin Clark. So it wasn't like, oh, it's just all about Caitlin. But yeah, no doubt, Caitlin gets a lot of attention. But Kelsey Mitchell, this organization has already said their priority is to get Kelsey Mitchell to sign again. I don't know. Was Sheryl Swoopes trying to uninterference in there? Try to plant a seed in Kelsey to say, you know what? They're trying to hold you back. They don't appreciate you. You have such a season. You could do better. Go somewhere else. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out. I know some people feel that way. I don't know like I said, I don't know what's up with Sheryl Swoopes. But maybe if that's her plan, I think it's going to fail because I think Kelsey Mitchell knows that she's got a good place right here in Indiana. So I expect her to be back. And they said they're going to do what they need to do to make that happen. Right now, she's balling in China. So I don't know. But if Sheryl Swoopes expects Kelsey Mitchell to take some, what do we call it? Subliminal advice? I don't know. It's advice from Sheryl Swoopes. If you're in the Indiana Fever, is sort of like the, shall I say, I'm trying to think of a rivalry, like UConn taking advice from Tennessee back in Pat Summitt's day, right? Like the Celtics taking advice from the Lakers. They don't have your best interest in mind. Okay? When you're opponents, you don't have each other's best interest in mind. So, Kelsey Mitchell's smart. She's got to figure it out. In the Indiana Fever, will do the right thing by her. And she's going to jump all on it. So again, Sheryl Swoopes, what's up? Swoopes, wherefore art thou, Swoopes? Why are you Swoopes? I'm having a little bit of fun with Sheryl Swoopes, but you get my point. Thank you for tuning into this particular video. And again, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. I'll catch you next time, God willing. Let us know what you think in the comments. God bless you abundantly.